Hello YouTubers, I told you I'd bring you back later tonight. It's kind of echoing in the basement. This is just a picture array to kind of give you an idea what we're going to go over. I got all these pictures and I was going to show you all these pictures of wood splitters. These are all ones that I built a long time ago. So they're pictures. This is before digital stuff most of the time. Anyhow, this is just kind of a, and they won't sit back, so they're kind of the way they are. And some of them are all these square ones. But this is the wood splitter, the fast wood splitter. It has electric motor driven by an old pump, and this is later on. And on the back of it, this is in 67. But this was way down the road, and I don't know how long this film was sitting in the camera. That says 67. This one here is the same thing. It's probably the same. This says 76. 76. Yeah, this is 76. I've got some other, but this is like the second or third version of it. Still running electric pump, but this is after I got a trash compactor from Merrick Corporation. Was throwing a bunch of trash compactors out, and that's the cylinder that's in it to this day right now. But that's before it's even sitting on the I-beam. Here is, maybe it's mounted on the I-beam here. It looks like it might be mounted on the I-beam here. Still electric motor. Wouldn't split a whole lot. This is now, that's just where I have film of. This is just now miscellaneous of that splitter later on. This is, I got the motor on it now. This is 77. So I had the motor on it by 77, but it's probably, these are probably a year behind, because you know, I just keep the film in the camera till you get 12, and then you take it and get it photographed. This is it when it was looking pretty good. Had it all polished up. Had a little roof over that part of it there. Didn't have the hydraulic cylinder leg on the front there though. I think this one here has the leg on the front. I should show you a picture of that Jeep later on. That's a Jeep that I don't know, I sold a few years back. Well, I don't know, now it's probably been 20 years back. Just wood splitter. This is, now remember, that wedge now was, I think we measured that one at 14 inches high. I'm not sure what we measured that one at. So that's big log. There's the U-Haul. We were getting wood out of a U-Haul. Where's the other U-Hauls? Here they are. We get loads of wood to the U-Haul, fill them up with U-Haul. That one there's pretty full. These are just a couple more. Can you see my Corvette in the background? That was my 70 Corvette there. Oh, there's two pictures here. Oh, this is a good one here. This is the original wedge. Can you see it there? It's all bent over, and then I made the second one. Now here it is. Got into something. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it that good in here, but it's all pushed over. This is, oh man, I dropped the picture. This is after, having troubles here. Need an assistant. This is after splitting at a friend's house. There's a big pile of wood here, big pile of wood here, wood all over the place. He was selling wood for firewood. Here's the old splitter in front of my house many years ago. Let me see, this is 77 too. I must have rolled out the roll of film in 77. There's a tow truck with a whole load of it in wood. Here's another truck. I think that was the same day. Here's another, I think this was the same day. Here's a wood splitter. Jeep is full, the truck is full. There's the tow truck up there. I think that was another good day of splitting. Now, we'll get into this wood splitter here that's not a new wood splitter, but an old wood splitter, what I'm repowering. You can see it here, and I think we measured that at 17 inches, that wedge just earlier at 17 inches, so that's twice that high, so that's a 34 inch piece of wood. Now that just really was just too slow to work that way. I mean, it worked good. You could split anything, and when you split it, then the one piece would be hanging on there, and you could resplit it and resplit it, or you could twirl it actually. If you got it in the center, you could twirl it. So that's a splitter. Here's the same splitter, okay, hooked up to the, I imagine the dozer's over there. I don't know where that's at. Somewhere in the yard here. Here it is again, hooked up to the dozer. I'm just getting tired of it being hooked up to the dozer in order to get it to do anything. There's a pile of wood that's pretty good size. That's down by the new sawmill area. Maybe this is later on in the day. But it's so slow. Now that thing's real old. Here's how, this is, I can't see the date on this thing, you just can't read it. There's a date there, but I know this is at least 25 years ago. Here it is. This is the only, I know there's other pictures of it, but I can't find them. This is that same Jeep right there, as a matter of fact. Here's the cylinder, here's the 4-cylinder Jeep engine, here's the control box where you open this lid up. Here's the slow hydraulic pump to work the leg in the front, and then there's another hydraulic pump going off the back. There's the governor. There's no radiator in here right now. So this was when I was putting it together. Here's the different pieces of steel left over. So this thing's been around for a long time. Here's a couple more pictures of it and prettied up and cleaned up, splitting wood. I don't know where that was. Just another angle. Same thing. Don't know where that was. Now you guys see, and this is just kind of an add-on. You guys see me measuring, weighing wood a lot. Here's weighing wood in the greenhouse. Here's wood stacked in the greenhouse. This was, you can't see it. If you can read that, it says 2000. So that was 22 years ago. This is nothing new to me. I weigh wood. I've been weighing wood for a long time. That's that. Now I'm going to show you some splitters that I've made. Well, I'll show you some more wood splitting in the good old days. Here's down in the shed. You can see all the wood back there. The fast wood splitters here. There's wood over here. That's a cord and about a quarter of wood on the back of that Jeep, and you can see it all lined up. In fact, I think that shiny thing is the wedge. Here's that Jeep with another big load on it. That's a 9-foot bed to here, and then there's the tailgate, so it's sitting on the tailgate too. The splitter's over there, the dozer's there, putting it in boxes. So I've been making boxes for a long time. I don't see a date on the back of this one. Here's in that barn down there. Here's the splitter in there. Put the rounds. I used to put the rounds in there, then split them, then put them into the Jeep, and then go stack them, which was doable. But man, it was a lot of work. Here's a bunch of rounds out here, rounds in here. This is before I got even the roof on this shed. So this is there a date on this one? Yeah, this is year 2000. This is year 2000. This is 22 years ago. So this has got to be a 2002. Yeah, this is 2000. That's when you take it and got it developed. This is backed in, split, put it here, and then take it over and just, this is a dump body, so it'd raise up and you could just dump them down and pick them up as they got to the end. This is, I guess, big rounds here. Now I had a winch up here that would pick these heavy ones up and just do that. In fact, that's still in down there. Now here's some other splitters that I've made. This is a splitter that I made. I got 2 or 3 pictures of this for a friend. His uncle had an old tractor that didn't have any hydraulics on it. So he says, can you make me one that'll run off a PTO? So here's the PTO shaft. Pictures won't stay in there. And it ran through 2 pillow block bearings, and then the pump was up here. This is a hydraulic tank, and there's a splitter. It hooked onto the 3-point hitch of the tractor so he could haul it around that way. And I talked to the guy that has this now, actually about 3 or 4 days ago, and he's still splitting wood with that thing. Here it is. Here it is again, testing it out. There's the filter. There's the shaft. You can see the pump up there, the valve. I like cross valves, and there's the wedge. It was a little one, just his uncle was getting old and couldn't split wood anymore. Here it is from a better angle. This is a single stage pump also, by the way. And this is, I guess the wedge is down there. That's something else that's red. But here's the hydraulic reservoir. There's the shaft through 2 things. Line that up, and then it worked real good. Here it is. I guess another picture of it from another angle. That's one splitter I built a long time ago. Here's a splitter I built. This one here says 85. This is when the pictures were taken, but I know it was built a long time ago. This is an electric wood splitter that I made for my dad for cutting kindling by his house. Here's the electric motor. Here's a little 18-inch stroke piston. There's the reservoir over there, and it just splits stuff for him electric. I guess I sold that. I don't remember selling it, but I must have sold it. I think I might have taken it to an auction. But that's it there. And it's funny, you see that window there? When that house was built, that's where you slid the coal into the basement to heat the house with coal. There was coal, and that's the house I grew up in. There it is again. There's the window. There's the splitter. Boom, boom, boom. That was split a long time ago. Then I made another one. I like the electric one. It turned out pretty good. This is let's see, there's no dates on this. This is about 20 some years ago too. I don't see any dates on this. This is another electric one I made. I liked it so much I made another one. So this one here, there's the electric motor. This one here has a 2-stage pump on it. This one here had a single stage pump on it. So you can make splitters out of single stages, believe it or not. So there's the reservoir. I put high-speed axles on it. There's the piston, another cross valve, pressure gauge, all that kind of nonsense. There's the electric switch right there and the cord going from it. I got a couple more of that. Here it is in front of a big water tanker that I had, wooden water tanker in the snow. And it was just, this one here it only had 18-inch stroke cylinder on it too. I forgot where I got that cylinder at. But you could take a couple of these bolts out and slide this wedge up and down. So if you had longer ones, you could do that. I think it's a 2-horsepower motor running a 2-stage pump. And there's the reservoir over there. It worked really good. The guy that got this, I sold it to a guy nearby, and when he died, I guess before he died or something like that, he gave it to a number. This was a leveling cylinder. You can see how it's rounded there. It was a leveling cylinder for something. I try to build most of the stuff out of used stuff. Here's another picture of it. Anyhow, the guy that's got that is now the guy you see come down, Jim from a next door neighbor that comes down and helps me at the sawmill every now and then. There's a 2-stage. This one does have his 2-stage pump on it, and that works out pretty good. I ran out of pictures, guys. So anyhow, if you go back and look at some of the old videos, you'll find that old splitter on there. I am just repowering it. That's all I'm doing is repowering it, or powering it. Well, repowering because it did have a 4-cylinder Jeep engine. And it's going to take a long time because, like I said, I got a 3-month just delay on the Hayes adapter. So it takes a big bell housing that goes over there and then it holds the pump and all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, that's it for this one. The other one's already on. Hopefully by now you've watched it, and I'm going to put this one on. As soon as I turn this off, I'm going up and dumping it on you guys. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the pictures of some of the logs. I forgot to say, there's a couple other ones that I've built since then. The upside down one that goes on the Bobcat, which that's current. I guess you guys have seen that one. And then the big purple and orange one that I helped in making it, but I didn't make it. I wasn't a maker of that one. Then there's another one that we repurposed down at Jeff's, or repowered down at Jeff's and changed around. I think there's a few pictures of that around. So anyhow, that's it for tonight. I hope you like it. Bye-bye.